Hello, this is ChappaJack, and we are going to be taking a look at Kled, the new League of Legends champion. So let's get started. So first of all, Kled is a murderous yordle that just seems to love to fight all the time. And his abilities kind of show that, which we're going to get to. So first of all, we're going to show you Kled's passive in slow motion, and I'll read out what the description is. So Kled's semi-trusty mount, Skarl, has its own health bar and takes damage in Kled's place when the two ride together. Any bonus health Kled picks up through items, runes, and masteries also applies to Skarl. When the lizard's life bar is whittled down to 0, it'll run for the hills, leaving Kled to fight alone. So it's kind of like he has his own shield, in a way. It's kind of similar to how Tryndamere's played, in the sense that, Trindamere has to keep attacking things in order to gain his fury, which gives him bonus attack speed, and I think damage. So Kled is going to be one of those annoying champions that's always going to have to keep attacking and attacking and attacking things. And when he keeps doing that, he's going to get a shield, and he's going to be able to move faster. So now we're going to tell you about the ability that's going to cause a shit ton of problems, actually. He's going to be an amazing ganker, in my opinion. His Q, called Bear Trap on a Rope, he throws a literal bear trap tied to a piece of rope, dealing damage to all enemies it passes through and attaching to the first enemy champion it hits. Pretty much if Kled remains close to the stuck target for a couple of seconds, he reels in the rope, pulling his hapless target towards him and applying a slow and a decent chunk of damage. This ability deals bonus damage to minions. So now we're going to look at it in full speed now. Wow, that's going to be pretty tough to get away from. Now that move comboed with some of the other moves that we're going to get to, this makes him a really deadly ganker. So his Q when he's not mounted to Skarl does something different. So it's a pocket pistol, it's just a standard Q, shoot, and damage ability. So we're going to take a look at it. Alright, so it looks like it does just an average amount of damage, and it also kind of knocks him back. I don't know how I feel about that. I guess that could be a good thing, right? Helps you get away from enemies. But it's not an ability that you're going to want to use when you're obviously chasing down someone, right? But when you're chasing down someone, you're going to be mounted. So I guess I kind of like it. I like it for laning. It's a good ability. So Kled's W is what makes him similar to Tryndamere in the sense that he gains attack speed when he keeps on attacking things. In every fourth basic attack, he deals extra damage. So there you go, you just saw it right there. Now something interesting is that every 4 attacks he deals damage based on the target's max health, meaning that if you were to build attack speed Kled, which is what most people are probably going to do, it can do a ton of damage to tanks. So I'm already going through in my head, this could just be a high attack speed champion, maybe you get a Bloodthirster, maybe you get Infinity Edge. I don't know what people would want to build, but you know what, I think that just for fun, I'd probably build high attack speed, high movement speed, and just, be a good ganker. So this is Kled Z, let's take a look at it here. It's called Jousting. So pretty much it's just a standard dash move. You dash through a champion, and if you hit a champion or a large monster, you can reactivate it again on the same person. See, now I feel like this is going to be a move that's going to be spammed a lot. It doesn't specifically say that there's a limit to how many times you can reactivate this ability, but I would just assume that you can't do it more than twice in, 5 to 10 seconds. What's also interesting is that you can only use this move when you're mounted. So you can only use this move when you're riding Skarl, so your E is pretty much useless unless you have full fury. But again, this is a really good move to be a ganker, because you're just covering more ground really quickly. So that brings us to the ultimate. Here it is. So again, that move is called Charge, and it's really interesting because Kled can only really use his Q and his W, and W is a passive. So unless he's mounted, he only really has one ability. This means that you're going to have to keep attacking and attacking and attacking, or else you're going to suck. But anyways, this is what's going to make him a really overpowered ganker, because all of his moves are essentially to gank. They're all movement speed moves, right? And so this one especially, you can just bounce across the map, and your allied teammates, they gain movement speed too when you're around them. And so it also deals damage based on the target's max health again, meaning that I think that Kled is kind of going to be a tank killer in a way. I mean, if you build up some armor pen, you build up some attack speed and some movement speed, I think that Kled's going to be pretty deadly. One thing that I also think about is that he's going to be a pain in the ass in the jungle. I mean, he can cover so much ground really quickly. So I think that, I don't know, I'm kind of scared that he's going to be a little bit overpowered to start off with, you know. Riot never does that when they release a champion, right, on the first time. So we're going to take a look here at the example of top laning with Kled. So Kale's farming. Chasing down Kled. Oh, there's Skarner. And there's Kled trying to catch up, and fuck, Kale's dead. So, okay. I see what they were trying to show here, but, you know, that was a damn good gank by Skarner, to be honest. But again, this is just an example. If you go Kled top, he's going to be good at joining in on ganks, let alone starting ganks. So he's going to be a really good gank champion. So let's take a look at what he's like in team fights. Alright, he's got Guardian's Angel. There he goes, bouncing along. Again, Kale gets fucked over, but Kale does his invulnerable. Alright, so his team gets fucked over. And he jumps in. Okay. To be honest, Kled was kinda useless there, actually. What that video was is Annie is a boss. That's what that actually showed. Let's see it again. So he's bouncing in with Guardian Angel. He wants to go get, you know, he bounces on Kale there. I guess Tarek gets fucked up, right? Kled is able to get away. Annie drops Tibbers and kills everyone. Why didn't they just say this is a video of Annie getting a quadra kill? That's what it should have been. But again, I guess that they were trying to show that Kled has a lot of movement speed and can jump in on team fights pretty much at will. So I'm not going to keep this video too long, actually, but I just want to say that Kled is going to be... He's going to be a strange champion because it doesn't look like he can do too much burst damage, but it looks like he's going to be a defensive attack speed champion, which I'm kind of interested to see. And he's going to be a good ganker, obviously. I've said that a billion times already. And I think I'm going to like playing with him because he looks like he's going to be super annoying to play against. Although he is a yordle, and you know, there is that Satan yordle that everyone loves. So anyways, that's going to wrap this up. Thank you very much for watching. Subscribe if you want to see some of my gaming stuff. You're all very beautiful people, and I'll see you next time.